Hi kids, welcome to church. Well, I thought today I'd begin with an experiment. So I have here in front of me a tray of water. I've put some red food colouring in it just to make it a little easier for you to see it. And for this experiment I need a candle. So I'm going to place my candle in the water and then light it. There we go. I also need a glass jar. I'm going to place this jar over the top of my candle and I want you to watch really carefully and see what happens to the water. You ready? Here we go. Wow, look at that. Can you see that the water is rising inside the jar? That's amazing. I wonder how that happens. Well, you know, there is a scientific explanation for that. And you might like to ask Mum or Dad about it later, or perhaps even Google it yourself. But we have a story today that's also pretty amazing. And it's a story about Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt and across the Red Sea. And you can find that story in your Bible in the book of Exodus. And you know, for about 400 years, the Israelites were held in Egypt as slaves until one day Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, decided to let them go free. But then Pharaoh changed his mind and he sent his Egyptian army with their horses and chariots to chase after the Israelites and bring them back to Egypt. And this is the Egyptians with their horses and chariots. Now, by this time, the Israelites were camped beside the Red Sea. And when they saw the Egyptian army coming towards them, they were very afraid. They had nowhere to go, no way of escape. But then something really amazing happened. God told Moses to lift up his rod and stretch out his hand and part the waters of the sea. Isn't that amazing? So here's Moses lifting his rod, stretching out his hand, and you can see the waters of the sea are parting. And the Israelites were able to cross the sea on dry land. So God saved his people. Wow, that's a pretty amazing story. And you're going to find out a little bit more about that story in your Glow and Seek lessons a bit later today. But just for now, let's go back to our experiment. Now, we said that there was a scientific explanation for why that water rose in the jar. Do you know, scientists have also tried to explain why the waters of the Red Sea parted, but they haven't really been able to. And as Christians, we believe that it was by God's power. We believe that day God did something miraculous. So I hope you enjoy your Glow and Seek lessons a bit later, and I'll see you next time. Bye.